Hi guys, well that's another week done. I think overall, everybody's made some real progress this week, so really pleased where we've got to. The focus obviously really has been sort of getting that finance in place, making those changes, furloughing staff. Everyone's moved really quickly onto this, which is really going to help us in the long run. So well done, everybody. For those that made the finance seminar on Friday, those that didn't, it's on the WhatsApp group and you can download it. There's some really interesting stuff, and thanks to Simon, Dan and Graham for their input into that. It was really beneficial. The main tips that sort of came out was they're saying, get your application in as soon as possible. Okay, it's taking a few days in some cases, but could be a few weeks. But get the ball rolling, get things done. So I know a lot of you have started on your cash flows and budgets, but what they're really asking for, if you're up to about 100,000, it's fairly simple. You fill in the forms of what you need. We've just done ours, managed to get a 3.9% fixed interest rate, which is really good, really pleased with that. And but if you're going for more than that, you've got to have robust cash flows. You've got to have that budget in there that not only shows the amount that you need, but the fact that you can repay this money. You're going to need up-to-date accounts. If the accounts are showing good profits there, then that's okay. If that last period isn't, then show some management figures up to March that are. Okay, so please run them past me. Let me look at those and make sure that they are sound before they go in. Obviously, the higher you go, the more they're going to want to know about the team. Are the team up for this? So, certainly if you haven't borrowed recently, and the banks don't really understand what your business does, you're going to have to put a bit more information there, make it a full business plan. Some market data, and really, you've got to give them that information that shows that you're going to actually get that money back and be able to pay that money back once we come out of this over the next few months. So again, work on those plans, get them over to me, and we'll make sure that they're really robust when they go in. The other thing is that some of the banks are still trying to sell their own products first. The government have told them that they've got to allow the CBILS stuff, which is the guarantee backed, and that means no PGs. So if they are asking to send normal stuff with PGs, etc., then please go back to them. Speak to me, and I'll see if I can go to a higher level and get them through as well. So just look out for that. And the brokers are there. So if the banks are being a bit difficult, then we've got Dan, we've got Graham on hand. They'd quite happily look at the other forms of financing that may be available to us. So let's be creative on this, but we want to be making sure we get that funding in place. So really, that's been the focus for most of you this week. Looking forward to next week. Really, for those that have got teams that are still active, that's going to be a big part, I suggest. Let's get those teams working. Our focus has been elsewhere for the last week or so. We've got to make sure that they're still performing and getting the results in. Okay. After that, we're looking at going on to marketing. But for the team, I did a blog which I posted on the WhatsApp group. It's on the website as well, for the 5 key areas that you need to focus on for that. So 1, communication. Every day, daily huddles. Skype, Zoom meetings. Get them involved on a regular basis. Out of sight shouldn't be out of mind. Okay, it's more important now to have that communication than it was when they were in the office. Plan and measurements, daily plans, weekly plans, make sure they have an understanding of the measurements that they need to see what their performance is. Okay, so they've got to see what a good day looks like. Planning, make sure they've got default diaries, make sure their days are organized, make sure their weeks are organized, they've got milestones. Okay, it's very easy. There's more distractions at home. They're not looking around seeing other people working. They're seeing people doing nothing. So their performance levels will go down to what's around them. So you've got to make sure that you've got that measurements in there. Keep the relationships. It's they are, certainly where you've got high I's, where we've done the disc profiling, high I's and high S's, need people around them. Okay, C's and D's generally are easier to sort of work on their own. So if you've got some I's and S's, those outgoing people, then make sure that they've got that relationship. Get them in huddles with the other members of the team. Have the Skype on a regular basis so that they can actually see, communicate to each other as they go forward. So really important to keep those relationships going. Check in, make sure they have the tools. It's very easy for people to be working, but their computers are slow or they don't have the right things, and they feel that they can't ask you for this stuff, okay, because they know that you're under pressure. So a lot of people will actually just put up with what they've got and accept that poor performance. So check in, have they got the right equipment, and is it working efficiently to actually get the job done? And don't forget the training. Sometimes if they have got gaps in there, get the training. If they are furloughed, you can get them training if they're furloughed. It's subject to certain rates and things, but you can still do that. So really think about a training program for them to be learning new stuff, actually using some of the IT equipment that you've had, and that training they haven't done. Good time to get it in place. So if you've got teams still working, then really that should be our focus for next week. For those that have furloughed the people, or it's a little bit quieter around the team side of it, then our focus now needs to be moved into the marketing space. Okay, really starting to think about not only what we can do now, sow those seeds now, but what we're going to do to actually come out of this. So really start thinking about target markets, and it's always important with marketing, more important than ever. There's going to be some markets that we can target that are going to get off the ground far, far quicker than others. Okay, so what we did a month ago is going to be different for the next 3 months. So really got to think about who our target markets are going to be. So have a think about those, make a list of them. Then we need to change our offers. Okay, our offers that we had before, again, this crisis, are going to be different to what they are now. Okay, we've got far more scope. People are going to be struggling. Cash flow is going to be key. So we normally say don't discount, but if it's getting us new clients or keeping clients, then having those discounts, buy now, pay later, that sort of thing is really, really important. Okay, so really be thinking about the offers that we can actually give our customers and new prospects. Once we've got those, then how are we going to communicate? Again, it's different now. People aren't in their offices at the moment, so social media, email, those are going to be our best ways to communicate. But the message needs to be on point. Okay, it's no good just coming up with old messages. It's got to be relevant to where they are now. So dust off that copy of HEMP, Highly Effective Marketing Plan. What are our customers currently thinking? What do we want them to think? How are we going to communicate? So we really want to be working on that. Not necessarily we're going to be running those campaigns now, but we're thinking about them in a week, 2 weeks' time, to really get ahead of the crowd. Everyone's going to be rushing. When we come out of this, we want to make sure we are at the front of that queue. So that's going to be our focus for the next week or so. Wins, there have been some great wins. It is tough, when we're in it. Sometimes we don't see this. Just staying open and actually doing business, I think, is a key win here. But I think one of the key wins this week is going to go to Hannah and Darryl at Ava May, because they really have seen an uplift in sales over the weekend. They put some marketing out early last week and are really reaping the benefits. Unfortunately, they furloughed some people. Now they've got to bring them back, so they're struggling a little bit with the team aspect. But guys, you've done a sterling job, and it's been really busy for you. But you've sort of, you've really, the whole team have come up with that. So we're sending a little something just to celebrate with the team. So hopefully it will get there. We don't know about postage at the moment, but it'll be on its way on Monday. So guys, look, it's have a great weekend. Hopefully you've managed to get a bit of R&R. It has been pretty stressful the last couple of weeks. So do make sure you take some time out, spend it with the family, enjoy yourselves, and then come back next week and let's get focused now on moving forwards. Okay, so we've done the survival, hopefully bit, get the finance in place, get the team working efficiently, and then let's start looking for those opportunities and how we're going to move forwards. So great to be working with you again. Looking forward to next week, and keep spirits high, and we'll see you soon. So take care, and let's get rocking for next week. Bye for now.